welcome back. This is another carrier update, and I'm here with Thomas Watson. Of course, this is brought to you by Powerfleet. Thomas, what do we have here?
So we have some fuel, talked about in a few earlier carrier updates, waiting on the DOE. Well, the DOE hath cometh, and the information is here. They released literally like 2 or 3 weeks worth of data and said, oopsie daisy, our servers were messed up. And so, ironically enough, fuel futures were rising because we didn't know what the heck the DOE was gonna say. So they have said, and we're down to 556. So looking at actual DTS, which is the truck stop price actually paid at the pump, aggregated 566, DOE is down to 556. Two interesting thoughts here. One, hey, it's finally moving downwards. I hope this continues. Two, if I'm a large carrier in a fuel surcharge, when this happens, I'm going to make profit off of the difference. When the DOE goes high and it starts lowering, my fuel surcharge does have that week-long delay. So if prices at the pump continue their downward trend and manage to fall below the DOE, that's when we start making some fat, healthy margins. We saw that a little bit here even into March, where the DOE was actually leading. So see, that little bit of gap is a little bit of extra revenue large carriers are going to make. Smaller ones, though, you're out of luck. You just got to pay at the pump.
And so that's a great point. Larger carriers want to see that separation between the two because that's where they can make some of those margins there. What are going to be some of the factors that you look forward to or look at going forward that could lead to some more downward movement here?
I would say location. Kicking it over to our second chart here, it's all about location. And when I brought this chart up on Monday, it was a lot lighter, and we're starting to see as well in parts of the western states, in addition to Arizona, New Mexico, and the Midwest are heating up in addition to the Northeast. I'm telling you, it's like a weather report for fuel, but the problem we're running into is that as you're moving into these markets, you need to be cognizant. If you're a small carrier and you're paying, increase your rates moving in here, try to do the best you can. You're already on the back foot with negotiating, but being cognizant of the situation can help you because maybe you'll shift, if you're purely spot, into areas more favorable to make a little extra money. Now, on the flip side, if you're a broker, look at this chart and say, how can I make more margin? Oh, I know you want to save money on fuel. I'm going to ask for a little more of a rate reduction because 5 other carriers want to also save money on fuel, and so the vicious cycle continues. But understanding the fuel movements and DOE prices, we're starting to see some downward movement, but we're not out of the woods just yet. It is still unprecedented.
So Thomas, I know these are 2 different carrier updates, but I love the aspect that you can throw this on a map and then combine it with other aspects like the wait time, for example, that can really help plan out your routes throughout the day.
Definitely. One thing I want to do eventually, I'd love to on a Friday, get a time lapse where we could actually watch and see and realize the shades of the fuel prices as they go up. It's such a fascinating thing. We have the data in Sonar. You can pull it up by day, but having that kind of movement, you can almost feel the pulse of the economy just by watching this data.
Insightful as always. Thanks so much for this update. Right now, we're going to go to our social roundabout with the man of culture.